Hey everybody, Brian Bowden from Inside the Goblin Universe, Nobo Boomy, New York State UFO Project, and a few other groups. Just want to do another video. It's been a while. I'm still investigating the story behind Sunspot's closure, their observatory's closure. I don't have full details for everything, but there will be an article out in the next issue, issue 16 of a great magazine called Outer Limits Magazine. You can get it, look for it online, definitely download it. It's very interesting. Great authors in there. But besides that, let's follow up. So this is regarding Sunspot's closure, basically the events from the start of September till about now, and it's still active and going. Sunspot was closed by the FBI. They swooped in. Black Hawk helicopters come in. Several other observatories are taken offline, mind you. And besides that, webcams go down. This is roughly around the same time that Florence is coming in, and Florence is looking to be about a Cat 5 by the time it hits North Carolina. Actually, it's going to be a Cat 5 hitting North Carolina. Let's take a look at what's going on. Everybody's mum's the word at Sunspot. FBI comes in, they swoop in. Sheriff's Department is totally in the dark. All they know is they've been playing around with some of the antennas. While that takes place, it's around 24 hours. There's no guards in front of the place. FBI apparently evacuates everybody. The post office next to it was evacuated, and here's something that's different. A post office 30 miles away from the same location was evacuated, okay? It's a ghost town. When it's a ghost town, and while there's an active FBI investigation, several independent civilians go into the area, one of which, I'm trying to get the user, goes by user 5, I think. I don't remember the full name on YouTube. Flies drones over the entire property. In the drone footage, the only time you see people are two people on a roadway in Sunspot. Another person, 420 TV News or News TV, they go in and they videotape boots on the ground. They get to the actual laboratory, and in the laboratory window by the exit door, conveniently located in the garbage, sticking out is a copy of the X-Files DVD, full access, which is kind of cryptic and weird to have that. Other than that, it's a ghost town. There's a weird smell apparently reported coming from the lab. Coincidentally, when the UV footage was there and a secure team grabbed it, they saw the people over there. They didn't realize that the other group was there, and basically they caught each other on the ground. So very interesting. Regarding that, also at the same time this is taking place, just before that, we're looking at SDO, sees a giant hole in the sun, looking like a huge magnetic storm, a geostorm's coming our way. Very dangerous. Could have been like the Carrigan event. Carrigan event, sorry about that. Trying to do too much at once. And which destroyed telegraph lines and set fires actually on Earth because of the storm. Same time this is happening, someone notices on a mimic map of the Atlantic that frequencies are coming from the north and south poles. Seems to be disrupting the jet flow and the jet stream, possibly manipulating weather. So there's a lot of talk about HAARP taking place and being used, okay? While this is all happening, mind you, around the same time, within 2 weeks of each other, everything's going crazy at this point. While this is going on roughly around the same time as Sunspot and the hurricane, there's a woman who is an amateur astronomer. She's a really nice, sweet lady, amateur astronomer, researcher, skywatcher named Gina Hill. She's on Facebook. She posts some amazing videos of what clearly looks like a fleet of UFOs, numerous different sizes by the sun, as well as portals in a magnetic sphere. Some people are trying to debunk that. And yes, at certain points it does look like it's a door handle, but she keeps posting videos. She uses an adapter for her iPhone to binoculars and telescopes. It can be done. So don't tell me it can't. I know enough about photography. It can be done. And it's not the greatest video as well. There are some artifacts which iPhone is famous for, but this does not explain what you were seeing there. There are way too many different shapes, and it does look like a fleet. As this is taking place, I'm getting information from people that are confidential. I'm not going to mention their names because I cannot. It's for their own protection and privacy. One person states that it's their people and they stopped the storm. Let me go back to that. Cat 5 going to hit North Carolina. It goes immediately from a Cat 5 to like a 1 and changes direction. Never before seen. Never before seen that type of action. So there's that. So he says to me that it's his people. He can't go into any more. They stopped it because of the fact way too many nuclear reactors in the area, and that would have destroyed everybody, which is a global catastrophe. Believable for the most part. I'm getting reports from another person who's hearing it from 3 or 4 parties, former military people, that we have an active battle taking place in space between the Anunnaki, the SpaceForce, and there's another group, and I forgot the name, so I will get back to you on it. I do list it. And there's a battle in space. Apparently, these aliens, some aliens were trying to come in and actually create a weather anomaly, an event, and destroy the planet. For what reason or purpose, I don't know, and we were actively stopping them. Again, when this is taking place, this is all within each other, all separate from each other. There's a gentleman that calls into the Clyde Lewis show, and he's an active informant. He's been spot on like several times before. His name is Sam. Sam describes that what took place there was a hack by Chinese bad actors, as he says. And basically the reason why is not to get to observe anything from Sunspot, because it's right there, White Sands, the testing area. It's actually to get from, they share the same intranet. And that area is to get to the weather control. We are actively using HAARP hammer and another element of that to create beams that we can disperse and get rid of. We can change the weather, basically. That's what he's saying. That's why the FBI was there, and that's the cover story. Sam's information happens to be more believable than all the other information because this is something that is guaranteed. We know about these groups. Sam is a DARPA whistleblower. So again, this is going to be in my article in Outer Limits magazine, issue 16. So this is where we are at this point. Eventually, the observatory goes back online. Aurora, who runs it, issues this press statement that it was closed for for security reasons, safety reasons, because of an active investigation. And I believe it deals with child pornography. Was found on one of the machines there via Wi-Fi. So they have an active person that they're looking into, but that person, who's not named, has not been arrested whatsoever. As such, if you look up in the federal warrants, there is a warrant relating to child pornography issued, and you can track that down. Just look up the federal warrants of the area. So there is some kind of gel there, but I do believe that what's taking place over there is a smokescreen for what's taking place up there. They do not want us to see what's going on. Imagine being able to harness the energy of the sun and the coronal masses. It's devastating. And if we have that ability, there's not a country out there that we couldn't just destroy in a second. So this is basically it. I do believe it is us trying to use or manipulate a space weapon, weapon from the planet using HAARP. The signs are pointing to that. It's not a guarantee. Everybody's very tight-lipped. I don't think we're going to get the full breadth of what's taking place here just yet. But that's my update. I will come back when I have more information, something more relative or semi-concrete. Until then, just keep watching, keep listening, and that's it. Have a great one. Bye.